I would like to call the City of Portage Planning Commission meeting to order for today, Monday, April 5th. If you would stand and say the pledge with me. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Monroe, could you call roll?
Yes, Austin Watson.
Here.
Tom Sherry.
Here.
Gary Kelly.
Here.
Mike Hill.
Here.
Gene Geisers.
Here.
Charles Thompson. Here. Luke Wyman.
Here.
Kevin Witherspoon.
Here.
Denise Little.
Here. Has everybody had an opportunity to look at our minutes? And if there are no corrections or additions, could I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Any reports of officers?
Madam President, I know in February, we talked about putting a small committee together to review the rules and procedures for the Planning Commission. I didn't know if you wanted to take action to move that forward.
We could. Does everybody remember why we were gonna go ahead and put together a committee?
If you can explain, so this way those who are listening.
The rules in our book are very broad, and I think what we're looking to do is just make them a little more specific, and see what is pertinent today versus what is pertinent 5 years ago. So with audio and everything else COVID that we're doing. So we'd like to have a committee to review those rules. Do I have any volunteers?
I'll volunteer.
I'd like to have 3. Gina?
Sure.
And possibly one more?
No volunteer.
Okay. Should we vote on the committee?
Yes.
Okay.
Would you like to call?
Yes. Well, we need to restate the motion. We are nominating the following people: Austin Banta, Gina Hurst-Geist, Geisthurst, backwards. And I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
Tom Cherry.
That's what I had, but then I'm thinking no. And Tom Cherry. So do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Mr. Monroe, could you call roll?
Austin Bonta,
Yes.
Tom Sherry,
Yes.
Carrie Gunning,
Yes.
Mike Hill,
Yes.
Gina Geisthurst,
Yes.
Charles Thompson, Luke Wyman,
Yes.
Kevin Witherspoon,
Yes.
Denise Little.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now will they call you?
I'll work with the folks that were nominated to serve on the committee. We'll look at calendars, try to set up a time, and so we'll try to get something going here as the month goes on.
Okay, okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Could you call our first order of new business?
First item on the new business is a public hearing, C0121, Core Realty Company Inc., 2664 Willow Creek Road, Portage, Indiana, requesting a change of zoning from OC office commercial to R2 low density residential for the parcel number 64-224-24-122-001.000-016 at the southeast corner of Robbins Road and Lancer Street, approximately 0.63 acres. Mr. Gore?
Good evening.
Good evening. Mel Gore, Gore Realty. We own a piece of property at that intersection, southeast corner. We've had it probably for 25, 30 years. We actually were hoping either the city was going to increase the detention pond area, or maybe Fountain View Nursing Home would buy it. Neither of those panned out. So what we'd like to do is change the zoning from business to residential. We'd like to put in 2 single-family houses, which would face north, 1,700 square foot ranches with 3-car garages adjacent to the detention pond. And we've got residential on the north side of Robbins, and actually past the detention pond, the Biltmore Basin in Savannah Heights. But we would butt up against the nursing home and opposite side of the street to the west is owned by Porter Stark, I believe. And they generally have been planting a nice size sunflower garden for the last couple of years, so it's kind of neat. But yes, that's why we'd like to change the zoning, to build 2 houses.
Okay. I will now open the public hearing. Is there anybody here to speak for the petitioner? Is there anybody here to speak for the petitioner? Is there anybody here to speak for the petitioner? Is there anybody here to speak against the petitioner? Is there anybody here to speak against the petitioner? Is there anybody here to speak against the petitioner? If not, I'll close the public hearing and open to questions from the board. Commissioner. No questions?
On the homes, will we be putting fence on the backside of them, just for privacy because of the nursing homes and the traffic coming through there?
We could, if needed, or we could put a berm on the backside of those houses. I'm not a fence guy myself. My house I just closed on here last week. I had 0.8 of an acre. I never put a fence, and I just don't like fences. I'd rather see trees and berms and that type of thing. But we would actually, after the zoning was, if it was changed, go through, I guess, the subdivision approval process, and that could probably be addressed at that point.
I had the same question actually, because I thought the fence would be good in that area, being on the backside, since, what is it, Porter Stark or whatever that company is behind there.
Yeah, Fountain View.
Fountain View,
Yeah.
yeah, it would be a nice fence there to kind of block that off. Being it's you're kind of almost mixing residential and commercial. It'd be nice to have just a privacy fence there to block it off.
Any other questions? If not, do I have a motion?
Motion to send a favorable recommendation to the city council.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Monroe, could you call roll?
Austin Mata,
Yes.
Tom Cherry,
Yes.
Gary Gunning,
Yes.
Mike Hill,
Yes.
Gina Geisers,
Yes.
Charles Thompson,
Yes.
Luke Wyman,
Yes.
Kevin Witherspoon,
Yes.
Denise Little.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Could you call our second order of new business?
First item on the business is site plan 0121 Glenmore Portage, care of Cash Wagner and Associates, PC, 402 East 13th Street, Suite 101, Jasper, Indiana. Seeking site plan approval for a 14,267 square foot building addition, plural, to the existing assisted living facility at 3444 Swanson Road. Mr. Mitchell.
My name is Doug Mitchell with Cash Wagner and Associates. The Windmore site, our client's wanting to put on a 50-unit addition, 2-story, to add more rooms to his facility. We know we don't have a photometric plan yet, and we also asked for a waiver for the road widening and curb, but we're asking for approval of the site plan in lieu of us getting those things done and to you. And if you guys have any questions for me.
Did you sign in on your, each
Nope.
paper's individual, so you should have a paper up there. No,
This one?
Just one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I sign in underneath him?
I'll open it to questions from the commission. I have one. The waiver on the road, will they go in front of the BZA for that?
No, that'll be going before the board of works.
Okay. Any questions from the commission?
Don't see anything.
If not, would somebody,
That's just a bizarre part, on the backside, the doors that I was looking at, are they gonna be handicap accessible either, or?
Everything's handicapped.
Awesome.
This whole side, yeah. Those are more for emergency use. People really don't get out a lot, kind of thing.
would anyone like to make a motion?
Just to, I guess the question would be, when it comes to a motion to approve, we would want to add the contingencies about the Board of Works approval, as well as the,
Correct.
would the correct way to word it being that the staff secures the one plan? Yeah? Photometric plan, yeah. So I would make a motion to approve contingent on staff receiving the photometric plan and that it's checked with conformity for the city ordinance, and then also for the contingency of having the approval for the Board of Works.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Monroe, could you call roll?
Austin Bonta.
Yes.
Tom Sherry.
Yes.
Kerry Dunning.
Yes.
Mike Hill.
Yes.
Peter Guy Sarks.
Yes.
Charles Thompson. Lou Wyman.
Yes.
Kevin Witherspoon. Yes. Denise Lewis.
Yes. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
Excited to see the project.
Any old business? If not, may I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Tom? Second?
I'll second.
All those in favor, stand up.
Leave.
Thank you.